So, man, I cannot believe we are almost halfway through this challenge. We have so far covered mindset if you were part in the warm up, but as of actually officially starting the challenge on Wednesday, we have covered the biggest mistake that um, product creators online make by focusing on what you're selling as opposed to who you're selling to. We've then looked to get really clear on who your person is that is most likely to benefit from buying your product. This is your ideal customer. We've also taken a look at the transformation and looking differently in that what you're really selling is not a product, but a solution to a pain point that your customer experiences. And then yesterday, we shone the light on something called the marketing ecosystem, which is essentially how everything comes together. I wanted to cover the marketing ecosystem because I was on a call with a client earlier this week. She's like, I have so many content ideas for videos, for PDFs, for Instagram, for TikTok, and I just don't know the best way to leverage those. So I wanted to take a chance to show you guys how it all comes together like a well-oiled machine so that whether you are launching your first product or you have an existing e-commerce website and you want to be building up that audience, that's exactly what we're doing. So in today's video, we're going to take a look at how to actually start to find out where your customer hangs out online. And I'm going to actually post a bonus video after this. I think I'm going to pull it from one of our product launchpad modules for if you have an existing storefront, how do we start to build our email list and how do we capture that on an e-commerce site like Shopify versus a landing page if you're pre-launch. But anyway, I'll get to that later. Today's video is a part 2 to the marketing ecosystem, where yesterday we took a look at how the purpose is to, when you are building up awareness for a product, if it's a launch you're doing or you are already online and selling, you have one goal, which is to bring everyone to one spot. And so whenever you are posting on social media, talking to your friends about this, you're pitching at a startup competition, you're talking to investors, whatever ways that you're marketing, you are going to be sending people to one specific spot, which will be your website. And your website will have different things depending on if you want them to buy your product or to join your email list if they're not quite ready to purchase yet, or build up a wait list. And today we took a look at some of the ways to market your product, but today we're going to be taking a look at where exactly should you be marketing? And so you're going to want to take it out a pen and paper today because today's homework is going to be about you writing down to figure out where your customer hangs out online. So I'm going to give you some tips today on how to find out where your customers hang out online. And we're going to be actually applying the marketing ecosystem to start to have you building a traffic plan to find out how to start spreading the word and find more of your people online so that you can market to them, okay, and start to have those conversations. So when it comes to finding out where your product hangs out online or your customer hangs out online, there's so many things you could do to market your product that it could be overwhelming. So how do you find the right ways for you? All right, so when we go back to a couple of the earlier assignments this week, we've taken a look at defining who your customer is and what is the pain point or transformation/result that they're looking for when they go to buy your product, right? So we actually want to brainstorm where your customers hang out online. So what I mean by that is this. We're working with I'm just going to pick on one of our clients here. We're going to pick on mom's breastfeeding. And actually, we'll go through, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to do sleep supplements. Okay, and I'm going to go through this in a couple different examples. So if the person you're selling to is someone who is an athlete, someone that goes to the gym 3 to 5 times a week, they want to be physically fit and they want to be at their best physically and recover and that sort of thing. And if a product you're selling is something that helps them sleep better, okay, I'm not going to name exactly what the product is, but it helps them sleep better, then the person you're selling to is someone who is an athlete that goes to the gym 3 to 5 times a week after work. Cool. And then the problem you're helping them with is to get a good night's sleep, okay? Because maybe they feel like they can't get a good night's sleep. So next is to figure out where you find those people online. So when you look at saying, all right, well, my person struggles with bad sleep, I'm going to be looking for a couple of things. I'm going to be looking at other brands they might be buying to help with that. I might be looking at maybe they follow certain authors. So if I'm looking at improving sleep performance and I'm going to make a list of brands, I'm going to say, okay, so someone who suffers from poor sleep might be using an Apple Watch to track their sleep. They might be using the Aura Ring to track their sleep. Okay. They might be taking bulletproof supplements. They might be using on it supplements. They might be using sleep mask. And you start to like list off some of the products or things that they may be buying to solve that problem. Okay. Another thing to do is you can take this a step further and look at certain influencers they might follow or authors. So are they like reading certain books or scientific journals that help them understand sleep a little bit better? What YouTube channels are they following to understand sleep and recovery? And so you start to go from making a list of brands that they follow to influencers they might follow that are big in the space, okay? And so you may write down things like, okay, we have Tim Ferriss, we have Dave Asprey, we have Ariana Huffington, because she did write a piece on improving sleep. You could go online to Amazon.com and type in sleep and go to the Kindle section and see what are the best-selling authors that talk about sleep. So you start to make this big list of people that someone who struggles with poor sleep has, okay? And then you could take this a step further and you can go to Google and you could type in sleep blogs and see what sort of blogs come up or publications that talk about sleep. You can then go to YouTube and type in how to improve my sleep. Okay. And when you do that and you're searching, essentially what you're doing is you are pretending to be your customer and get into their head and figure out, okay, what are they already doing to try to solve their problem? Okay. This is going to help you, one, refine what you know or what you think you know about your customer. But number two is that you are going to start figuring out where they hang out online and get in front of those people. Okay. Take this a step further. Facebook groups. Are there any Facebook groups that these authors have or anyone has just put out there, or online communities to discuss how to get better sleep performance? Are there any Reddit threads? And you really start to go and make this big list of where your people hang out online. This is also a technique that can work offline. We've done this in the past where we were working with a yoga product or health product, and we're like, all right, well, we know that people who go do yoga every single week, every day, they need something like this because this product is great for beginner yogis, right? So what we did was we did the same thing where we identified certain influencers on YouTube, Instagram, etc., that we could potentially partner with for an affiliate commission or whatnot to get our product in front of their audience. But number two, we contacted some of the top 10 yoga studios in the biggest yoga cities in the US to see if we can partner with them they can email their audience or give us a shout out on their social media for this cool new product that's coming to market or this brand that's out there. And then what you're doing essentially is, and I'm getting into how to start marketing, but what we're doing today is really brainstorming, how can I get in front of my audience, more of my audience, by partnering up or getting in front of other brands, other influencers that already have that audience going for me, so that when we partner up with yoga studios and they do an email blast to their list, they might have like 5,000-10,000 social media followers that now you get in front of. They might have 200, 250 customers that you get in front of, that they've helped you market. And so essentially what you're doing is you're starting to show up where your person is. So today's assignment is about really writing down what are the top blogs, YouTubers, Instagram influencers, TikTokers, if that is a channel you're on, what authors, what Facebook groups, what kind of offline audiences can I tap into that's going to help me get in front of my main audience. And you're looking at this through the lens of like, okay, if my customer is struggling with poor sleep, or if my customer wants to be better at yoga for like to help with joint inflammation, or if my customer wants to break bad habits by being able to just get up early in the morning so they can finally show up on time for exams, look at where people with that problem that you serve are already hanging out online. So your assignment today is to just make a brain dump list of figuring out where or even this is a hypothesis. So you're going to go out there and just make a giant list of where your people hang out online. So that's your homework today. And when you're done, please write 7 figures in the comments of this video. And the reason we're doing 7 figures is because when you start to market your product this way to a pain point, to a customer, this is the fastest way to get to 7 figures. And that's what we're all about here. So anyway, when you're done this assignment, post 7 figures in the comments. And if you have any questions or you want to share your list so that maybe get some coaching around it, drop that below. But apart from that, guys, happy Saturday. I hope you liked the impromptu video, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Hey guys, we are officially over halfway done the challenge. It's so exciting. You can access the next video here or maybe here to keep it going. If you're loving the content, be sure to hit subscribe because we are dropping really helpful tips, tricks, and step-by-step instructions to help you grow your e-commerce business, launching it and scaling it to 7 figures and beyond. So be sure to hit subscribe so that you don't miss future content. All right, guys, have a great day. See you in the next video.